Hey guys, my name is Niya Hogans, and I'm so excited to be a featured woman in the January 2024 issue of the Bold Maven magazine.
Can you share a little about what you do?
So I am a creative marketing and brand strategist. So what that means is I work with small businesses, I work with artists and many other clients to take their vision and actualize it. So make their visions come true. So that's everything from event production to creating marketing rollouts and marketing strategies to coming up with, promo tours and taking my artists on press runs. Basically, my job is to make the community and to make others fall in love with my client.
You call yourself a serial entrepreneur. What are some of the businesses that you own?
So I am the owner of Sky Level Media and Communications, which is a creative marketing and branding agency. So with that business, we do everything from market our clients' businesses to if we work with, music artists or reality TV stars or athletes, we come up with creative campaigns for those clients. We also do event production, so we do everything from logistics to, VIP talent wrangling to decor to making sure that press is there. We do everything from A to Z, handle all logistics for event production. We also do promo tours. We do press runs, anything that you feel that you need your brand to go to the next level. We're the creative forces behind that. I'm also the founder of Black Music Moguls Brunch, which is an annual brunch that we host in Atlanta, Georgia, and it honors people in the music industry from artists to executives to the BTS people in the music industry. It's an award ceremony, very intimate. The who's of Atlanta come out and we just have a good time. We eat good, we brunch, and we give out awards and recognize people for their accomplishments. And then I'm also the founder and creator of Ladies Business League, which is an online resource center for women in business. Not only are we digital, we also have in-person events. We have workshops. We have a lot of events planned for 2024 that I'm hoping, everyone can be a part of. But Ladies Business League is a passion project of mine. I actually had a business before Ladies Business League called Girl Boss Starter Kit, and I just revamped it in 2023. So we changed the name because when I turned 30, I'm like, I don't really want to refer to myself as a girl boss or like a girl because I'm blossoming into, a young woman. So definitely wanted to change it to Ladies Business League. And that also just, broadens the horizon for me because all women can be a part. They don't have to feel like, they're a little girl or, we're in college to be a part of this community. So those are my three businesses that I focus on, but I'm also a manager. So I manage a hip hop and R&B artist by the name of Ivory Scott, who is actually my first artist that I've been able to successfully break. We just went to New York. We're fresh off a trip about a little while ago where he had a billboard in Times Square. And that was like a surreal moment for me because it was really just like seeing all of, our hard work pay off. So it's always been a dream of mine to, see something that I've created, whether it was a campaign, whether, an artist or a commercial, but I've always wanted to see it on a billboard in Times Square. So seeing my artist up there in New York from his first project was amazing. So that's definitely like a dream come true for me.
Why entrepreneurship?
Entrepreneurship has always been something that I wanted to do. Since I've been a little girl, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, whether it was me selling candy in middle school or me coming up with fashion show productions for the neighborhood and, doing the marketing, the production, having everybody dress up, being a stylist. Like I've always been able to kind of like pave my own way and using creativity as the force for that. So I knew I wanted to do something in entrepreneurship. So working in entertainment and media was kind of right up my alley. When I was 11 years old, I had a magazine called Word Up Magazine. And it was really just something that I would write on the internet, print it out, staple it, and, give it out to all my friends at school and all my neighbors. And then when AOL was popping, I used to do like AOL email blasts. And I had like a chat room where I would have people come in there and I would be talking about the latest, pop culture and celebrity gossip. And this was like 11 years old, 12 years old. So I've always just had a niche for entertainment. And so I knew I wanted to do something in the entrepreneurship world as it relates to the field of entertainment. I just didn't know what that was going to be going into college. The first thing you hear is you need to go to school to be a doctor, be a lawyer, or, be a psychologist. Those are the jobs that were taught in school. We're not really taught, to have money work for you or create your own opportunities. We're taught to be good workers. We're taught to learn a skill, learn a trait, and go into the workforce and, apply what you've learned in school. Me, I've always been a creative. And I've always knew that I wanted to do something creative. However, I had that mindset, especially coming out of Durham, North Carolina. Like, that's where I went to high school. So when I got to college, I was a biology major. So I did that for one semester until I went to an event in the Mass Media Arts Department at Clark Atlanta University. And I started seeing all these creative students doing everything from like acting to public relations to coming up with, marketing campaigns. And they had their own radio shows. They were creating scripts and doing television. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, what is this? And so then the department chair at the time told me what mass media arts was and what all the possibilities that were in that department of degrees that I could major in. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely switching. So I did one semester of biology in college. And in that second semester, I was enrolled and I switched career paths. I decided to major in mass media arts and communications. So I majored in TV, radio, film, minor in public relations, double minor in Spanish. So that was, how I first got my take on entrepreneurship and what I wanted to do. And just going in that field and discovering what entertainment was and the different avenues that I could step into that world. I still didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that public relations and marketing was kind of like my strengths. So that's why I decided to, minor in PR. And once I was in that field, I did everything in that department from becoming homecoming chair. I had my own radio station, my own radio show on the school campus radio station. I was head of what was the name of I can't even remember the name of it, but it was like the TV and Film Association. Like, I was president of that. I was bringing all the artists and influencers and actors and athletes on campus for meet and greets with the students. And so by the time I graduated, I had all these relationships from entertainment, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm in the best position possible. I did 4 internships while I was in school. I interned for Atlantic Records. I interned for NBA TV, NBA Tonight, the show that Shaq and them was on. I was a production intern. I did so many different things just while I was in college that helped me to where I am today. So like by the time I graduated college, I had so many job offers, whereas, most students, they're trying to figure it out. I had like 10 job offers. And so I decided, to take one, and it was, a 9 to 5. I was doing what I wanted to do. It was creative marketing. And I was coming up with campaigns for a hair company. And then one day as I was sitting in the office, I'm like, this is cool, but I feel like I can be doing more, and I want to be more flexible, and I want to travel, and I want to make my own hours. And yeah, I'm getting paid, $50K salary out of college, but I feel like I can make more, but my time is too dedicated to this. Like, what else can I do? And then I was like, you know what? I'm about to utilize all these relationships that I have and see if I can start my own business and offer my own services to the people I have relationships with. So One day, I just called everybody in my phone from college, and I sent out emails, and I let them know, like, hey guys, I'm starting my own marketing and PR agency. Like, if you need my services, let me know. And between that time, I did the work. I researched, like, okay, well, what do I need to do to start my company? So my LLC was started in 2016. That's a year after I graduated. I did everything correctly, set up my bank account, did research, asked people, asked questions. I graduated college, but I feel like I'm always, a student of the game. So I did the work, I did the research, I made the phone calls, and before you knew it, calls were coming in.
There are challenges in every industry. What is it like as a young Black woman?
Working in the entertainment industry is very challenging, especially being a young Black woman. I would say one of the biggest challenges, and it's not a problem anymore, but one of the challenges that I faced when I first got into the industry was knowing my worth and knowing how to price my services. So when I first got in the industry, I would be charging people $500 to do $3,000 worth of work, okay? And that was a mistake I made at 22, but I'm happy that I made that mistake because today at 30, like, you can't get me to come out the house for $500. Like, you probably can't even get me to answer the phone for $500. So it was teaching myself a lesson about knowing your value, knowing your worth, knowing how to price everything. And I had to go through those experiences. Of course, starting out being 22, 23, you're going to do a lot of free work. You're going to do a lot of internships, but it's what you do with that experience. Like, hopefully for me, like, I had a great mentor. I had somebody who put me in rooms, put me in positions to, build my network, build my relationship so that when I was prepared and when I was really ready to, be independent and have my business, I knew how to run a business from A to Z just from, being under her wing. And then at that, I knew how to price stuff because at first coming in the game, it's like, you really don't know. Like, you're really just trying to get that first client. You're really trying to, make that first sale. And so you don't really care. But then when you look back at your numbers and you start looking at profit margins and looking at your profit and your losses, it's like, well, dang, like, I played myself. And so for me, it only took one time. It took one time for me to realize when I first started my business that I was undercutting myself. And then ever since then, especially with having a mentor who kind of just showed me the game, like, I would do stuff for her for free because I was learning, you know what I mean? And it was like an experience. But once she showed me the ropes and how to price stuff and I started really asking her questions, I was set from there. So I knew, immediately around, I want to say maybe like 24, like, you got to up your prices, you got to charge what you're worth, and if you're putting your time and energy into entrepreneurship, you got to make sure it's rewarding at the end. Like, don't let nobody play with you, but don't play yourself either. So that was kind of like one of the biggest challenges that I faced first coming in the industry. Something else was me being young, not just a Black woman, but a young Black woman. So a lot of people, again, going back to prices, they try to take advantage of you because they're like, oh, she's young, oh, she's just out of college, so, we can, like, we don't really know if she knows what she's talking about, or, oh, like, she can't really, charge me this much, or, oh, I don't know if, like, she really has the relationships that she says she does. So it's like having to prove yourself all the time at that young age, me being 23, 24, it's like I'm constantly proving why you need to hire me. I'm constantly proving to you that I had the relationships that I say I have. I'm constantly proving that, I had the background, the experience that I say that I have. So it's a lot of proving yourself to play in the same playing fields as, other races or women that have years in the game over you. But once you're here, it's like, hey, I'm here. Like, I'm here. I'm ready to play too. I have the experience. I have the degree. I have the relationships. And, once you overcome that, it's the best feeling in the world. But that was definitely a challenge. And then the last one I'll mention is, being a young Black woman in the industry especially working in entertainment, marketing, you will get tried. There will be guys that will try to tarnish your name. They will try to tarnish your reputation, but you got to stand on business, as you know, they like to say in our generation. Stand on business. Do not let anybody, try to ruin you before you fully became who you're supposed to be. So there will be guys that will tell you, they'll put you in positions, they'll offer you money, they'll tell you everything that sounds good, everything that you want to hear, in hopes that it will help your career, but it will not. They're really just trying to use you. And then even if you do, try to, like submit to what they're asking of you, more than likely it's a control thing. So those are things you have to be conscious of. Lucky for me, like I had a lot of like big brothers and good male mentors in the game when I was first coming up, in my early 20s. So I didn't have that problem, but just seeing my friends and my colleagues that got sucked in and wrapped into like those lies and all of that, it's very sad, because at the end of the day, the entertainment industry is, the rumors you hear are true. So the entertainment business, although it's great, it's very lucrative, it's very, it's amazing. You get to work with some awesome people. It also has that dark side to it. So you have to, for me, stand on faith, stand on business, and really know that you get one reputation in this industry. So you protect your reputation, you guide it, you cherish it, and you protect it at all costs, because you get one wrong move, one wrong partnership, one cross the wrong person, you could get blackballed in this industry. And once your reputation is done, it's like you're done. So those are the challenges for being a young Black woman in the entertainment industry.
2024 is just beginning. Do you have any future endeavors that you're excited about?
I'm super excited to be stepping into the television and film space in 2024. So I'm currently an executive producer on a TV show that will be coming out soon, I hope, now that the strike is over. But this is my first time taking on an EP role. I'm super excited about this show. I can't really say too many details, obviously, because, the show is not out yet, but that is what I'm most excited about. And I'm also super excited about the 5th annual Black Music Moguls Brunch happening on June 9th. I'm super excited about that. And definitely just the revamp of Ladies Business League. We have a whole calendar of events for 2024, and I'm excited about all of them and excited to build this community of women entrepreneurs. So hello, beautiful mavens. If you are a lady that would love to join Ladies Business League, please visit www.ladiesbusinessleague.com, or I'm sure you can check out this article on theboldmaven.com, where you can find information on how you can join Ladies Business League. If you enjoyed this conversation, please make sure you subscribe to the Bold Maven newsletter, where you can have access to their digital magazine.